Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to RWBY Volume 9, Episode 1. RWBY is finally back after about 2 years of hiatus because of the pandemic and everything that has been happening at Rooster Teeth. And obviously, with it has come some changes, mainly being that it is now, for the first year of release, a Crunchyroll exclusive. And because of that, I don't know how this reaction is going to go. So, just bear in mind that A, the title and synopsis for this episode are not live yet the episode itself is. So that in and of itself throws a spanner in my normal reaction style. And B, I don't know how much I'm going to be allowed to show. So, if this reaction episode is up late, it's because my normal style of RWBY reactions, that being having it in the, like picture in picture in the corner, isn't allowed anymore. I'm going to try and upload it like that. If it doesn't work, like it's still copyrighted by the time next week rolls around, then it's going to be uploaded with my normal anime style reaction, that being the bar across the bottom showing the subtitles to help you guys sync up and everything. But just a forewarning that this is going to happen. Also, you may have noticed in the week leading up to this episode that I've dropped a couple RWBY theories. They were meant to be done in the hiatus, but I didn't get them out. So I figured, yeah, I'll just drop them in the week between the episode coming live to me and the episode coming live to you. No changes were made. I don't know why I'm saying that in this one, but yeah, no changes were made or anything. I'm rambling because I'm both excited and nervous as to what this episode is going to show, because we know pretty much nothing about what to expect. So, I guess let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go.
This is the story of a girl who had a lot of problems.
Oh right, I completely forgot we got this in the teaser. I was like, why is it starting on black?
Should have never been born.
I do still want to know how she manages to catch up with Will. I'll leave it for a couple more seconds before the people do. Yeah. I still want to know how Nia manages to catch up, because she falls like 10 seconds before RWBY does. And not the Blake's nowhere to be seen. I don't remember her being called out to. No? Those birds definitely weren't in the teaser we got. I don't think her ringing her cape out was either. So they have gone back and touched up these. People just consistently walking through a spatial loop, even though they know it's a loop, will never fail to get a laugh out of me.
Now, if only you could help me.
I could try.
I could try. Why are you yelling?
Because you.
Did you want to share? Oh, I guess it's only fair.
No, that's all right. I guess.
Honestly,
I've just
not
never
sure how a
really
cheese
spoken
turnip
to
would
a
taste,
mouse
especially fresh
before.
out of the dirt.
Well, I guess I've never spoken to a you before. What are you?
Oh, I'm a human. A girl. A huntress.
That's a lot of things.
I'm Ruby Rose.
And to Ruby Rose is your purpose?
No, that's my name. Do you have a name?
I'm still young, so not yet.
How about I call you Little for now? Would that be all right?
How does one little?
You be small.
Huh? What's wrong?
Have you seen other people? Humans. Like me.
Exactly like you?
No, not exactly like me. I mean, we're similar, but different.
I'm sure it'll make sense eventually.
One would have long blonde hair.
I know we've seen this already, but
The other
I do
has-
like Little.
Well, cat ears. Sorry, I should have known. I've seen plenty of cartoons.
Well, I've never seen anyone who does or doesn't look like you. But maybe someone in my village has. They're always out foraging. You know, since we need food and stuff. Speaking of which, a few more of these wouldn't hurt.
You really think it's around here somewhere? I wouldn't exactly say I'm certain about anything at the moment. Gamble's shroud fell after you and Ruby, but before I did. And we found each other, so...
That's fair.
What is this place? I don't know. None of my guesses really make sense. Blake... I'm really glad you're okay. I'm really glad you are too. And if we are, then that means Yang and Ruby might be.
Right, none of them know Jean's down there.
Weiss, can you... What happened after we fell? We should focus on finding everyone else first. I think I see something!
Right, rather than having to retell the story
I
multiple
guess it could
times.
have been worse. Well, good news. I'm low on dust. That wasn't an invitation, Weiss. Sorry.
Sprung! Justice befalls our prey!
Are they talking? Not what I'm worried about right now.
Are you drooling on me?
And on this day, we were not the prey, but the hunter! What's going on? Oh, hey, it's your cat friend. A new adversary approaches! We must liberate our kin! I didn't know what to do because she looked sad. But then we talked, and she seemed less sad. Then she pulled the cheese out of the ground on her own. You have our sincerest apologies. Please understand that our kind is a bit skeptical of cats. And snakes. And cats.
We understand. If we could ask, have you seen anyone else who looks like us? Long, blonde hair, looks kind of scary but isn't, but could be if she wanted to.
Not really happy, Weiss.
Thanks anyway. Before all of this, I was trying to go to that cliff over there. I figured going to higher ground and getting my bearings would be good.
Sounds like the best option for now.
If you want to go to the cliff, I could help with that. I don't really have anything to do yet.
Yet?
I can be your trusty guide.
Yeah.
Or, I guess we can figure it out ourselves. At least they got us to this path. We need to hurry. Yang's been down here the longest, and we still haven't found her.
Weiss, I was wondering, if you fell, and are there others down here too? What happened?
I don't know if anyone else fell. No. I think we should find Yang. If she's even down here. Then we can go over everything.
I just...
Well, that's not a good sound. Oh god, it speaks.
Searching. Listening.
Well, that's an interesting creature.
Yang!
Damn it! You weren't supposed to be here.
If you thought we wouldn't come for you, then you must have forgotten who raised me. What happened to your arm?
I don't think you'd believe me if I told you.
Why not? You seem trustworthy.
Ruby? What is that?
Yang.
I sort of thought you'd be a little happier to see us.
I am. It's just... it must have gone pretty bad, huh?
Weiss.
Everything happened so fast. No one came back from Vacuo to help. And Penny... John tried to help, but she sacrificed herself.
Yeah, that's a fair response.
We have no idea what happened to the relic. Or what happened to everyone in Vacuo. Or where Neo is.
Maybe everyone else made it. I don't know, but I have a bad feeling.
Neo's here too.
Hey, are you alright?
She attacked me when we were falling.
Okay. Ruby's weapon is still missing. Yang's arm was stolen. I think we focus on getting everything back. Then we can figure out exactly how to get out of here. Wherever here is. But what if we can't leave? Or what if...
What if we're dead?
It's a fair
Until you all
question.
found me, I thought for sure I was.
No. I don't think we're dead. I know how this sounds, but... I think we're in a fairy tale.
Now this is different. What was that? Well, that's not a good sign. Interesting. Well, that opening was very interesting, and it sort of almost invalidates a couple of the theories I've just released, or at least parts of it, because I'll go into a proper breakdown of this, but yeah. God damn it. Its name is a pun, and it is what I didn't want it to be. So we have the identity of the creature. It is the Jabberwocky, or as it's called in this, the Jabberwalker. Jabber being another way of saying constantly talking and everything. God damn it. I just put out a... Oh. It makes sense. It was the most prevalent theory of what that creature was and everything, but... that's unfortunate. But that was a very interesting first episode. It was surprisingly short. Only about 16 minutes. No, about 15 minutes before the opening and everything. Was sort of hoping, since this has been reported to be a shorter volume, that it would be longer episodes, but maybe they're just going to fluctuate in things they have in the past. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, just jumping back to other volumes. Normally episode 7 was the most consistent, with everything being between 15 and 20 minutes, except for the finale. Volume 8 was 17 to 19, with the finale being different. So they have done a more standardized timing, but going back to 6, you had 13 to 22, not counting the finale. So it could just be that this first episode was just, the whole intention of it was just getting the girls back together, and then we're going to explore everything else in different chapters, or maybe it's just shorter episodes as well. But yeah, so a good half of this episode was stuff we'd already seen before, between the opening being in that little teaser that was dropped up until Ruby waking up on the beach, and then everything with Ruby and Little being in the second teaser that was dropped. Majority of the Weiss and Blake stuff was new, but also to be expected from the small scenes we did get in the trailers. That being Blake reaching for Gamble, them tied up in front of the Mouse Army. So it was pretty obvious to tell what was happening there. I was not expecting to get the Jabberwocker so early, nor was I expecting to get it in this setting. We've only seen it one other place in the trailers, so... But yeah. We knew the girls eventually met back up in this area, with the Ruby fainting scene, them all sitting together, and Blake parting the vines to view the landscape. They were all trailer stuff. There was just the majority of Blake and Weiss's interactions with the Mice Village, and then them meeting Yang. That was pretty much everything new that came from this episode. So, but that opening was very interesting. So, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it in this. thingo, which means I can just reset this back to the way I normally do it. So chuck it onto so it starts off with the little orbs, oops, that happened while they were falling. Jumped too far again. Yes, so we got Jean as we last saw him. His broken sword, crying, staring at Cinder, with the red being the only source of different color. Got Neo looking very pensive, I guess. It's got a hat and her umbrella still. There's nothing to really tell from these two. Then we've got Yang in a fighting pose, Weiss and Blake in fighting poses. Like, okay, so I don't know whether these are from this volume or these are just grabs from past volumes like what was with Jean. I'd have to go back and look. Then we've got RWBY. So, be a lot easier if I could go back frame from frame in this, but god damn it. Again. Yeah, so you have Blake and no, because that was blue and lighter blue. I thought maybe they were showing where the people dropped, like Blake and Weiss together, RWBY on her own, but no, they were just, there was no real, unless of course those are other people that fell into this world. We've got the progression of Weiss through the volumes with her volume 1, volume 4, and then volume, what was it, 7? Yeah. Blake with the same. All of them getting happier, or, well, with Blake she's smirking, but yeah. Even Yang, her smile's bigger and everything. And then we get RWBY. Smiling, annoyed, and then not even facing the camera or everything. Really showing that she's had the opposite progression, like mentally and emotionally, to everyone else. Then we have this mysterious person, who we did see glimpses of in one of the trailers, but it was only their boots on the sand, which actually comes from this opening, which is surprising. You don't normally get opening scenes in a trailer, but I got no idea who this is. This is likely the girl who fell through the world, like how Weiss said they're in a fairy tale. This was one of the fairy tales of Remland, was the girl who fell through the world. It was what Oscar and Ozpin were talking about in Salem's Whale and everything. So this would probably be Alice, or Alice stand-in. Here we have the Mouse Village, which takes a surprising amount of time in the opening for what they do. Huh. We've got our raccoon creature that was in the trailers. We've got our blacksmith woman. I thought she was in a separate location, unless this is just a stylized depiction of these two supplementary characters and they're not actually in the same market square or anything. But who knows? Like, I thought she was full in a different location. We've got our little porcelain queen character and the eyes of the Cheshire Cat. with the little pawns. Yeah, see, this woman over here, now this girl, likely they're following in her footsteps from her being the first person in this area. They're just following the fairy tale almost. Which means, yeah, she's probably Alice. Okay, so there was the beach in the jungle. There's this little town area. Like, we've got our Cheshire Cat. We've got got our toy people from the trailer. Got a barrel of monkeys. Is that a watermelon globe? Some sort of magic trick or magic show, something over here? Just based on the fog and the sparkles. Does that say Jinky? The more I look at it, the less it looks like letters. But like J, I, N, Y. Could be an X or a K. Jinky, Jinxie. Yeah, that's probably related to the raccoon and everything. Giant carrot, more cheese turnips. Now we've got this, this we know to be the, Queen's Domain, the model soldiers and everything. I want to go back. Okay, so this is actually a different area to the Queen's Domain. I thought, because you can tell by the lighting of the sky. This one is a yellowy green, like you had yellow for the forest, yellowy green for this town. Vibrant green for this area with all the chess pieces in the back. That I was correct about in my trailer analysis, by the way. Then we've got this mushroom forest. I don't know why I didn't pull. This leaf pile that we saw in the trailers. And RWBY just falling further and further behind, getting more seemingly depressed with each location. I'm not sure what these things are. We've never seen them before. That's what I wanted to pause on. And we've got the it is the hookah caterpillar, though it's more a mix between a caterpillar and a grasshopper. This bottom half was never shown in any of the trailers. It was just the top grasshopper body. But like I said, they've got the hookah pipe and everything. I was the only one that I saw pick up on that in the second trailer, even though I didn't do a breakdown of it. Shown in front of a lot of clocks, which is very interesting, because clocks are more Ozpin's motif and everything. So either there's a clockwork theme in one of the segments of this world, or he's relating more to Ozpin or something, or something is being reverted or advanced through to him. Like, the theory that he's the White Knight from the trailers. If it isn't a change of personality and everything, like the theory is, what if merely he's been thrust forward in time? Like, that's why his armor looks so old and everything, and that could do with the clocks and everything. Then we've got this trippy area, a bunch of doorways, I forget what the artist's name is, the one with the staircases all up to, like you see in Labyrinth and things. And again, we've seen an area like this, not this purple sky or anything, or really these specific pathways, but the surrealist nature of everything we've seen in the trailer. We've seen this bridge area. This is we specifically from Barbara and Aaron's screenshots for Yang and Blake. And also this is where we get that flash of Salem from the trailer. But it looks like our Alice stand-in is over there. The Great Ruby. But just before they show her face, it changes into Ruby with a maniac look on her face. So what if, and hear me out, that's not Alice. What if that is Neo? Like, because it goes straight from that into a shot of Neo. One of the few shots of Neo that we've seen. Like, we haven't seen any of Yon in any of the trailers or anything, other than what's in this opening. And those are just still images. We've seen one shot of Neo. And of course the fight in the void, but this is concerning. Neo finally taking on her proper Mad Hatter role because, well, yeah, that is who her inspiration is. I know I made reference to that in my character breakdown, but this group of people behind her, that is what concerns me about this scene. Not the fact that Neo looks happy, but the group of people who seem like they would be her associates or teammates or pawns, I guess, in this. But they look humanoid. And like, we've only seen one other human in the Ever After, and that being the Forge Smith. And I guess the Knight, but these could be from Neo's past. Like, we could be getting elements of Roman Holiday brought into this, which leads another potential theory as to who that woman on the beach is. That could be trivia. Scrolling books or anything, I didn't see any. There were like small pictures of that, but they didn't look like anything. And the Jabberwocker. Yeah, see, this is the same tree design, the same Yggdrasil or whatever, that was on the Fairy Tales of Remnant. This was the shot taken straight from the first trailer. But now we see Ruby's back with the girls, leading them as they run up the tree before falling back down. It is a jackalope. I was correct. Which means that's the Knight in the scene we saw. Or this could be part of a story with it. Because it did look stylized. I'm still saying this is Jean. But I was correct about it being a jackalope. Here we have the porcelain queen, the white pawns, the red pawns. Interesting. Little Cheshire Cat, Alice stand-in, someone else in this photo. That's interesting. So there may have been more than one girl who felt, well, not necessarily girl, person who fell through the world. This could be our Forge Smith. Because they said Alice, she made her way back. And the world she found was not the same to her. However, there's also the humanoid person that we've seen in the trailers and that. So how would she have come back to the Ever after having escaped to the real world again? So there may have been two. Interesting. Hookah Grasshopper again. This is the first time we get to see the front of the Forge Smith. It's got like the same porcelain look as the Queen, but there's just something. Whereas the Queen had, like, it was their face, they could shift it, they could show emotion and everything. This looks to be a mask, like a sully face kind of thing. Like, why else would there be a perfect seam running in front of the ears? It just looks too stagnant to be an actual face. I could be wrong, but who knows? Yes, but... Or they could be robotic. May not necessarily be porcelain, because it is hard to see where an actual human body would be under all these mechanical looks. This looks to be Neo's illusion, so why is the Jabberwocker reaching out of the illusion? And there's Cheshire Cat again. And yeah, you just see Neo at the base of it with all the pink stuff reaching out of her. And then it crosses to this Alice character in the exact same pose. Like, it's hard not to draw the theory that they may be the same person. But yeah, this is the shot we got from the trailer. And notice there is another set of footprints here. I've pointed this out before. And then it just shows crescent rows. These, well, this and this, two different types. I'm telling that now. Like, this is just a stylized shot. But yeah, so that is surprising. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna laugh if I get copyrighted just because of me doing that breakdown. But yeah, so there's a lot to be theorized from this opening, but we'll just have to wait and see. As I said, this has sort of thrown out points from a few of my recently released theories, but what are you gonna do? That's like the whole thing with theory crafting. You're gonna be proven right, you're gonna be proven wrong. And so you can't be too upset about it. Overall, for what it is, it was a solid start to the season. And I am personally glad that they didn't do a whole, oh, this is going to take several episodes for our girls to find each other again. Like, I'm glad, like, it's not explained or anything, just, oh, somehow Blake and Weiss found each other. Somehow Yang just happened to be up the cliff in the exact same position that our girls were walking to. Like, it doesn't need to be explained. Just get them meeting back up after everything out of the way. They got... Weiss didn't hold anything back about Penny's death. Well, she said Penny was dead and that she sacrificed herself. Yes, those are true. She didn't say that John was the one who took her out, though. She may have while Ruby was passed out, though. That's something to think on. In which case, Ruby would be the only one who is not privy to that information. Which could well be a point in the later down the track where they meet up with Jean. He's surprised that she doesn't hate him. She's like, why would I hate you? because I was the one who killed Penny, and that would, like, I can see a possibility where that is coming down later in this season, but who knows. Anyway, with that being said, I am very happy that this show is back. It is one of my favorites. It will always be one of my favorites. It's basically my comfort show. But, yeah, so with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.